Biggest thing now is just make a difference. I'm gonna let everybody else introduce themselves. So, Jar, go ahead and start us off.
Hi guys, I'm Jar. I am post-production lead at CCN here, as well as our intern division lead. I do a lot of the content here. I'm part of the content team as well, Jaylon. And yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Hi, I'm Ashanti Bechet, and I am a new intern. I am working under the event coordination department and content creation, and I also own my own organization called the Creators Hub, and it's a safe space for creatives to explore the creative talents, and my mission is also to bridge the gap between the youth and the youth makers.
Ashanti.
Thank you.
Testing. Okay. Hey y'all, my name is Jaylon. I'm the director of content here at CCN, as well as the lead of Level 1 interns. Basically what I do is all the content that you've been seeing on our social medias, the remix page, the Instagram page, I have been curating, editing, and posting that content, as well as help with Jar and as well as Messiah as well. So yeah.
Shout out to Messiah.
I'm Joelson de Vega Kiteki. I'm the head marketer over here. And long story short, my goal is to create real connections that lead to businesses. So yeah.
Well, following that up, I guess we're gonna get straight into it. So, what are some of the most effective strategies for marketing your brand on social media platforms in 2024?
All right, so I'm not sure if y'all have noticed, but I'm sure you have. The trend's kind of been being personable, where people can actually feel like they get to know you on a personal level on social media. Because people are kind of tired of the, I'm just gonna go twerk even though I'm a realtor. So, people are tired of things being off-brand or mismatched or just done randomly. So being able to be personable and create that story, your story, I generally feel like that's the biggest strategy in 2024.
We actually heard that bit with the music people who were here before. They were talking a lot about how artists want to go onto social media, do the trends, do the gimmicks and stuff like that. And what we've really found here, especially within CCN, is the importance of finding your community, finding people through authentic connections. I know authentic's the buzzword as well, but it's true. Don't be yourself with the content and with your marketing strategy and your branding. It's find your identity and find people who relate to that identity, because then those are going to be your consumers. It's like, if I like Joelson as a person, figure out Joelson is not just a great marketer, but he also is a dog guy. I'm a dog guy. So now I can connect to him on another level. And now he's making a shirt that says marketing and dogs. That's such a niche too. You find these amazing niches in different people when they really show themselves. So now I know Joelson likes dogs, has shirts with dogs and marketing. I like dogs and marketing. He's my guy. He's the only guy out there representing me. So that's a really good way to look at it too.
And I think that another way to see authentic is really a strategy and a template. I like to think that authentic is being real and being you, but converting it into a hero's journey so people can want to join in and tag along for the story.
Come and see the rise and stuff, yeah.
Exactly, and just to piggyback off the trends and everything, you don't have to do every trend. Just do the trends that you feel that matches your niche and your brand and your business. You do not have to do every single last trend. And another thing is, stop trying to post content that you think other people will like. Post content that you love and that you like. Okay?
I love that. And I really want to piggyback off of what Joel said, is making it personable. So what I found out strategic about this making content for businesses is that people, they want to feel something. They don't want to just, buy this, buy that, come get my product. Why should I get your product? How are you going to make me feel? Or am I going to feel respected or valued using your product? And I found a way to make business owners shine that light. Like, tell us more than your services. Tell us how you treat your customers. Tell us how those customers be feeling. So I really like to go with that personable feel when it comes to making my content, editing my content. We want to go beyond what you're selling us. We want to know, how are you going to make us feel? So,
and that's a reflection of the times too, I'd say, because the times right now, a lot of these big corporations and these entities don't really care how we feel or don't have that personal connection to us. Or maybe we have a connection to them Via like when we were young, we got connected to Coca-Cola because we would always drink it or we saw our mom drink it. But like we don't actually have a connection to these brands the same way we could have a connection to a brand of somebody on social media. I can now go to this person's event, shake their hands, see this person live, see them do their thing. Like there's a whole different level of connection when you really understand someone and their authenticity.
I will definitely 100% always buy from someone I know personally before from someone random.
And you see that with like recommendations. Like if someone tells me this product's a 10 out of 10, I'm gonna go get that because they told me it's 10 out of 10. I trust this person. Rather than if I just read reviews from random people online saying it's something, then I'm a little hesitant still. I'm still skeptical. But when you have that trust, that kind of trust, that person you trust to open the door for you, it really changes it.
I think that's pretty real, I'm not gonna lie, just being able to piggyback off that thought. I mean, if you've ever, well, let's take food for instance, right? You could have a bunch of food vendors here, you don't know any of them, but you hear from Jar like, oh yeah, Glenn's food? You gotta go mess with Glenn's food. There's nobody better out there for barbecue. Who are you gonna believe? Like just someone else you're seeing that's in the building, or are you gonna go to Glenn? My recommendation. I think I'm gonna go to Glenn, right? Right?
And that's
Exactly.
And
I'm
that
going to
shows the
Glenn.
importance of like personal connections too, and all that. It's themes we've been talking about all night.
Yeah. So then, how can brands identify their target and their ideal audience on different social media platforms?
So, for a business that already has their target audience established, it's all really going into the brand, the nucleus of the brand. Someone mentioned it earlier today, so shout out to them, whoever it is. But when you understand the nucleus and the mission statement, you don't necessarily have to go find your target audience, but you can make content and provide a community for your target audience and they'll come to you.
Figure out what's the problem and how you're gonna solve it, you know? Once you figure out the problem, then you get to understanding what type of people have these problems, you know? Like you said, once you figure out the nucleus and you start outputting the solution, the people that are wanting to seek those solutions are gonna automatically come to you regardless. And putting yourself in places where these people live, like where these people breathe, where they're walking and where they are at, you know? Yeah.
I definitely say that. Do you feel as though, like, you know, it's a networking event of a bunch of influencers, right? Do you feel as though we should be collaborating more at events like this, or?
I mean, of course. And to answer that question too, it's also like cultivating your community. So for CCN, for example, we do a lot of things. We do a lot of things for a lot of individuals. What we do is we show that we can do all these things and we can do it a certain way. So we can help every individual in this room, in these seats. We can help everybody. And they know that we can because we cultivate community. We take the time to pour into each and everybody, if it's on social media or if it's just shaking your hand and welcoming you into the building. We cultivate you strategically to where we're able to help everybody else. And that's how other people's brands can grow. Just cultivate your community. It might take a little time though. So.
It might take a little time.
I agree, that's pretty fair. So then, how can a brand create and nurture online communities to foster engagement and loyalty?
It really goes back to the story. Everything you remember is tied to a story. There was an impact, there was a journey to it. So if a brand is trying to really connect with their audience and create a community, they need to be authentic, but if there's no story, there's nothing to follow. And that's just how it is.
It kind of ties back to what you're saying with the hero's journey and stuff. Like, and this can apply to the individual rather than which the individual is the brand, but when you understand the person and the journey they're on, you connect to it, you connect to that story, you're just more likely to want to invest in it. Like, I want to see my heroes win.
I say, be about what you say. If this is what you say you want to do, then do it. You know, I feel like there's a lot of cultivators out there that don't ever leave the house. How are you going to cultivate a community in your own home? You're not even stepping out and even seeing what your community is doing. You don't know how your community is feeling. You don't know the adversities the community goes through. So once you figure that out and live that with them, then that's, I feel like, how you can gain your trust and your loyalty. Honestly, I forgot the question. But like, that's how you gain that loyalty and that trust within the community. Because I feel like if you can do it in community and you can figure that out, then you can do it for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And if you could pull that off, now you have these people in your community that are waiting for the next bump or the next triumph. They're like, oh yeah, I know Shanti's gonna get over this. Oh, I know she's gonna get this event popping. Oh, I know this is gonna happen. Let me follow, let me keep up with the trend. Let me share it to people because I know Shanti's gonna do it. I'm a fan.
I like that. So then, what are some of the best practices for engaging with followers and encouraging user-generated content?
Ooh, I love this one. It's interacting. One person I want to shout out is Star. Every post I do, Star is commenting something. If it's some emoji, some encouraging words,
Hey, shout
Star
out to
go
Star.
comment
She goes
something.
crazy.
And
She
so
really
I'm
does go
like,
crazy.
I need to be more like Star. Like, you know, we live in a day and age where for some reason it's looked down upon to shine and give other people's praises. Like, I'm now in the people's comments, oh, that outfit look good. I don't even know this person. That outfit look good. For some reason, I'm following you and I'm seeing you on my homepage, so let me compliment you. Like, that's boosting engagement. That's cultivating community, showing people that you're there, you're a light in their comments, on their posts. Like, that's one way for me, just engaging on strangers' posts. We all follow these people. You can take out 30 minutes of your time just complimenting people on a post. Oh, I like your editing techniques. Stuff like that.
There's real power in empowering others.
Yeah.
And when it's Miss Jasmine says all the time here at CCN, is when you pour into other people, eventually it overpours and pours back into you in a way. It's really the best way to interact with your followers is to interact with them, is to really give them love. Show they love your stuff, go like their stuff, go comment on their stuff. Build that communication, build that comfort between you and them. Because yes, they are your fans, yes, they are your audience, but they're still people. And they still want to feel appreciated and empowered. So it's important to empower them because they'll come back and give you that tenfold.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Especially, I know, Joel, you and Jaylon went to Dreamlight Studios, which is just another neighborhood studio here in Houston. Went and showed some love over there, did some real community cultivating. So definitely something I think we should keep up in the future, whether it be once we go global, in America. It really don't matter. If you're somewhere out there, you're going to be hosting a studio. I think that's definitely something we should
And
be
talking on
doing.
that, that's what I really want to do, and I love that we were able to do that. And I bet some people, they saw that video and was like, what? This another studio shining all this light on a whole other studio? Like, ain't y'all competition? No, because this is gonna be a company that's gonna be able to pour into us. They have a lot of amenities. I was starstruck. I'm like, CCN is going to have this. So y'all not competition. You just got it before we did. But my thing is, it's collaboration. And that's how we're gonna mold this whole Houston thing. That's how we're gonna grow the industry because it's so big. We're all in our own little departments. We don't care about coming together, but when we do come together, that's when Hollywood is gonna really be
It's
Houston.
the best damn thing in Houston.
I just want to say there's no competition because we both winning.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, as a collective in Houston, everyone's got to eat. If we want to be anywhere near as much of an industry giant like California, Atlanta, we got to band together, whether it's any part of the city, hell, even all of Texas, band together. Like big Texas takeover, you know what I'm saying?
Big Texas takeover.
Big Texas takeover, yeah.
So that leads me to my next question. How can brands use social media groups, forums, and live events to build a sense of community?
I think that having an event or a live event or going live where it's a community-oriented event, it's a way of seeing all your efforts from social media. It's like, oh yeah, I put in all this hard work. Now it's a chance to reap some of the benefits and actually invite them like, hey, you've been messing with me for 2 months. Check it out. I have an event. Happens to be exactly what you're looking for, hence why you follow me. Come on over.
Nah, for sure. Especially within the Creators Hub, I've created a hub channel. It literally just started off with, I think, about 10 people on Instagram DMs, and now we have like 150 something people in there in a matter of months of just people. First of all, it just started off with me just sharing casting calls, just sharing the next event that someone else is having within the community, or even if someone asks me and come to me, hey, I need, what? Oh, my bad. I was like, hey, like I need what, about 10 people in my music video, and just dropping, hey, so-and-so needs this many people, like just starting off like with just wanting to help other people in that type of community. Then these people are understanding like, hey, I can drop my own stuff in here too. Like, you know, just being able to, that caught me off guard. What was your question?
Next question, you want to get to it already?
What was your question?
Question was, how can brands use social media groups, forums, and live events to build a sense of community?
Yes, that with the channels.
Yeah, no, I think
with the
you really hit it on
That's what I'm
point.
thinking. I hit it on point.
you're on
Okay, 'cause
point.
I was like,
Because what is it is that by leading with value, everybody flock to
Yeah.
to your chat.
exactly.
I see a lot of people they now do like these channels and groups. And one thing I do want to say is when you're making these channels and these groups, see it as spam mail for other people. Because I get added into those all the times. And I'm like, what value is this channel giving me? Like, do you just have me in here as another number, or are you actually going to bring value to my life? So if we are making these channels and making these group chats, let's make sure that we are bringing value and not spam mail, not another group chat that I'm going to have to silence notifications. Like,
Exactly.
that part.
Yeah, I
Because-
see a lot of. I'm actually in a few channels right now where people just send me new posts, go like, new this. I'm like,
Exactly.
I'm cool with these people, and like I like these people, and I have a connection to them, but there's so many new posts, new likes that I can get to the point where I just kind of fall off because
It's
again,
the
they
commission
stop-
breath.
Yeah, exactly, and they kind of stop pouring into you at that point. It's now it's just like, okay, well I've already got my fans, so I'm just gonna give them the stuff, and they're gonna do their thing. It's not a one-time thing to pour into people. It's a lifelong commitment, especially as an artist or as a creative. You have to continuously pour into your base, continuously do events, like all this. You have to constantly feed that, or else it's going to starve out and die out. This is how it
Great
is.
marketing goes both ways 100% because you have to give value, expecting value back, but it's a friendship. It's not about making the pay. It's about creating a relationship.
A healthy relationship at that. Baby, let's talk about it.
And what I know I'd rather have a business where I don't have to fight for the next sale every day. I'd rather have a community and an ecosystem where that same person's coming to me monthly, yearly, and so on.
So yeah, I say for on Instagram and like Facebook, using these groups and tools, there are tools out there on social media you can use to your advantage, but it's about how you use the tool. That's what's really gonna make the difference. Everybody has access to this stuff. I can make a group right now or a broadcast channel right now, but if I'm not willing to actually pour into these people, willing to put in that extra effort, it's for nothing.
Create some surveys too. Surveys of saying like, what are your skills? What do you want to learn? That's something that I'm understanding too with me wanting to cultivate a community within the creative industry where I'm also trying to help other creatives get paid jobs because I have people come to me asking for extras and and volunteers for different events. And these people are wanting to pay them. So in a way, I'm giving artists and creatives paid jobs. This is essentially what we all desire to do is be able to live off of our own skills and talents and our passion, something that feeds our soul. And we're not feeling like we're having to sell our soul just to pay rent and to feed ourselves. So creating even those surveys to see what people actually need, you know?
And how many people do you have in that group chat?
It's like I said 150, but it's probably it's almost 200 now.
That is a very active chat. I muted the
you.
notifications, but that is a very active chat. Very resourceful.
And all you do is give value, and it keeps growing.
Right.
People are communicating, they're actually conversating, they're not getting your promos and they're like, ooh, what the heck?
Yeah.
It's because you're giving value and everyone's contributing.
Right.
And then you throw events and stuff too, right? So there's always
Right.
things happening. Like they have incentive to constantly check this group chat.
Being able to actually meet these people in person is why I do these picnics. Oh, I just explained it to y'all, but I, started doing picnics or even just meeting up at the coffee shop and, sitting down and talking about each other's goals. What do we have, what do we want to do and what can we accomplish within this next month or by the end of this year? And you're in a circle with other creatives like, oh, I have a camera, I do this, I can help you with that if you help me out with this, just creating that type of community where you can actually see people in person because it's different from DMing somebody, hey, can we collab? Like, it's and then the word collaboration is even scary now these days because people don't understand what a real collaboration is. So, yeah.
So, speaking of collaboration, you guys are some content creation geniuses. What are some of the key elements of successful content creation for social media platforms?
I think it's really what we've been saying, like the authenticity or whatever, making personable content that your audience can connect with.
And to go along with that is that because it's personable content, you can't just collab with anybody. The collabs will be purposeful to benefit your whole entire audience. Because some people will cloud chase
Especially for me, I didn't always have the Creators Hub. I just started it literally in November last year. And with me starting off with modeling and wanting to act, and I've always loved dancing. There's just so many different things out here in Houston that I could be a part of. I used to always just want to hop in everybody's music video. Hey, do you want to come do a photo shoot with me? Yeah, sure, why not? Like, I need more, to build my portfolio. Or someone's over there like, oh, come be in my music video, come be in my runway show, come model for my brand, come do this and that. But it's to a point now where I can't work with everybody because everybody doesn't have the same goals. Everybody doesn't have the same moral stance. No one has the same mission as I do. And how weird of it with me would you see me twerking on somebody's rap music video and I'm over here trying to speak to the kids. Like, that doesn't make sense,
Multitasking.
Yeah.
But answering that question that Steve had asked, I agree, personable, great collaboration, but also quality assurance. Quality. When it comes to CCN page, if you are recording something, nothing against Android users, but if you are recording something on an Android and you tag our company in it and it's looking a mess, I'm gonna be like, we're not resharing that because that's not in the quality that we do. We have a certain quality that we maintain. If I get off of it, Miss Jasmine, hey, Jaylon, what's up with that last video? It's looking a little grainish or it's lacking value. I'll go and fix that. There is a certain quality that you have to obtain when it comes to making content these days because like the photography people, they came up here and they said that people, they come up here with these iPhones and they think that their work is better than theirs. And I'm one of those people. I'm not saying that it is, but I'm just saying I know what I can create. I know how to use what's in these settings of this phone and make it look like some HD Sony type shit. So the quality needs to be up and everybody's expecting that. So when it comes down to making this content, ask yourself, is this good content? Is this good content? Am I taking pictures in a dirty mirror in the caption, excuse my mirror? No, like make quality assurance and maintain that quality.
Just understand is tying back to the values of your company and your brand. And is this tied? It's like price points. Like if I'm selling a product and my price point is $300 and you're trying to buy my product for $250, I know what I'm valued at and I'm not gonna go down to $250. And so it's the same thing with who do I collaborate with. My quality is $300. I'm not going down to $250. And it's no diss on you, but I value myself at a certain level. And when you value yourself at a certain level, people value you at that level. You have to say, I am this, I am at this level, this is me, before people will start saying it. You have to say it first.
Exactly. Even when you're saying, like, just even readjusting your prices, especially for, I guess, some artists, if you're wanting to get paid to perform on stages, bring your price up a little bit. Or maybe you even have to bring it down a little bit just to find and attract that right audience. If you're saying, oh, I get on stage for $20, anybody will have you on their stage, and you don't want to be on everybody's stage.
That part.
I want to have some exclusivity.
Yeah.
Exclusivity? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, I think this is pretty much all the time we have to be on the panel. If you guys do want to come holler at us, more than welcome to come network with us. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to drop all your socials and just, mingle and network.
Yeah, y'all can find me on CC Network at CC Network HTX. That's where you'll find me.
That way, yeah.
You can follow me on Instagram, all platforms, Sweetie Shantae, SweetyShantay. But most importantly, follow my Creators Hub page at creatorshub.htx.
Okay. You can also find me at CCNHTX. That's our Instagram page if you don't already got it. If you would like to see more of me, I post daily inspirational content for light workers and amazing individuals with great vibes. You want to see more on that? That's __King_J with 2 Y's, or just put Jaylon Flowers, you'll find me. The second part is where I do production and all this when I built this crazy shit is on JF Productions. So thank y'all.
Yeah, I'm Joelson. I'm the marketer over here. You can also find me at CCNHTX. And if you want to tap in with the friendly neighborhood marketer, you can find me at Quantum Blueprint, but most likely than not, I'll be here in the building. So pull up on me, and I'm happy to help.
Hey, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the remix.
Since this is wrapping up what we have done all weekend, I have to give these young people their credit. For one, these are some of the smartest people I've ever met in my life, and I've been here for 36 years, so that's saying a lot, you know. But no, seriously, this weekend would not have happened the way it did if it wasn't for you guys' leadership, pushing everything, making sure everything is structured, following Jazz and I's directions, and trusting in us. And we know you guys had it in you, and we appreciate you, and we love y'all, and thank y'all for what y'all have done.
Thank you.
Shout out to Miss Jasmine. Hold on.
Yeah, shout out to
Hold
Miss
on.
Jasmine.
After month, back to back.
Yes. Come on, get this on this big out.
I love y'all. All right. Well, I definitely want to thank everybody for this 3-day weekend, the remix. Man, a storm hit at the exact time we was about to start our opening event, and we completely lost power. All the models were dressed. They had on makeup. All of their family and friends were in the studio, and they were expecting a fashion show. Yeah, we need to take care of that. But they were expecting a fashion show, and so what we did was run in my office and took a couple shots. Then I came out and I said, you know what? We're moving forward with this fashion show. We're gonna do what we have to do because God put all this together. I'm a spiritual person, no disrespect to anybody that's not, but I believe God gave me this vision and I'm obedient. I am tired, but I am very obedient to the vision that God has blessed me with. So we raised that garage door and we had a fashion show with no power. First fashion show in the dark here in Houston, Texas. And it was the bomb, okay?
It was
Yes.
Bomb. Then yesterday we turned around and had an A-list event. The rain kept a lot of people from coming, but everybody that was in the room, if you were in the room, did you have a good time?
Hell yeah.
I was barefoot and dancing, so you already know I was having a good time. And then today, the panels, the information that was given on this stage today is so important for us to be able to take our careers to the next level. I have a lot of value to give, but I am a student at all times. So to be able to sit on this stage with some of the people and to be able to sit in the crowd and watch y'all tried to make me cry. But it's very, very important. And a lot of people didn't get to come out to get this information, but that's why we recorded everything, because we're gonna make sure people get this. Because if we really wanna bring Hollywood to Houston or put the infrastructure, let's say that, if we really wanna put the infrastructure in Houston to be able to create the big jobs and keep our people from having to go to Atlanta and New York and all these other places, it's gonna take events like this. It's gonna take collaborations like this. And I have people I definitely wanna thank before we wrap this all up. Definitely shout out to all the CCN team. Y'all did y'all big one and I'm very, very grateful. Shout out to Westbound Productions, who is the original founders of the remix. Unfortunately, they had to leave to go back to Minnesota, but I'm very grateful for the opportunity to collaborate with them. And then I also want to thank our vendors. You know, they was giving our good drinks back there. Shout out to y'all.
Eskimo Hut.
Yeah, all weekend serving drinks. We also had another candle vendor. She was only able to come to the first day because her home was affected by the storm. So we'll keep her in our prayers. But I want to give a big, big shout out to DJ Sam. I know you're sitting there, but go on, come up here, DJ Sam.
Come on, boy, get up here. Get up here.
Let me tell y'all, I worked with DJ Sam last year for a music festival called the Rock Fest. And it was the best experience, and I'll tell you why. We had people come out, about 300 people, not 1,000, but people came out and enjoyed the show. But the whole time we were working together, this man texts me every morning with a Bible scripture, giving me confidence. Man, I work with a lot of people in my life. I haven't worked with too many people outside of my parents that we're gonna start off with a prayer. We're gonna start off and give honor to God. We're gonna give him his praise before we get this started. And since then, I knew I'll be working with DJ Sam as long as he in Houston, Texas, and as long as he don't forget about me. So I want to just give him the platform to say a few things.
Man, first of all, thank God for being in here, being around here with everybody in here. I usually don't do a lot of public speaking, man, but I've been stepping outside of my shell, and that's what it's all about as far as like being an artist, being an entertainer. Like it comes with the game. You're gonna have to be able to speak in order for people to actually want to grasp and follow what you're doing. And I made a lot of moves in the city of Houston. A lot of people could vouch for me, but I ran into Jasmine through DJ First Class, and ever since I met her, I can sense the spiritual bond, and that's one thing a lot of people lack in Houston in this industry. It's a lot of devilish things going on. So when you can link with somebody that's actually like-minded and spiritual like that, you keep them close by. So yeah, I appreciate her hitting me up and letting me be a part of the what she got going on. That's it.
Well, if you guys have ever tuned into CC Go, you guys know how I pretty much stay on brand. Cultivators, thank you guys for tuning into the remix. Hope you guys have a good time networking. So we're gonna see you in the next one. Peace.